Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Dublin. I'm back for another Eurovision analysis video. We're halfway through the Eurojury. Don't worry, I'm going to explain what that is later. And we've got some pretty interesting results so far. We're going to take a look at who's doing better than expected and who's doing worse than expected. So let's kiki. So if you don't know what Eurojury is, it is something organised every year by Eurojury, which is one of the Eurovision websites. This is the 10th year that they've been doing it, and what they do is they contact people from all of the Eurovision countries who've been involved in the competition, either singing in Junior Eurovision or Adult Eurovision, or as a backup singer or composer or something like that. They're usually performers in the majority of cases, and they ask them to submit their top 10 songs. And then jurors from the same country are pooled together, and then their votes are delivered as that country's jury score. So the juries range in size. Some of them only have one juror, like Cyprus only has one person this year, Armenia only has one person. Some of them are bigger than you'd expect. San Marino actually has 4 people on their jury this year. Every single year the biggest jury is always Malta. They have 12 this year. Last year they had like 20 or something. Malta definitely knows how to do quantity. We saw that with their national final this year. Now I'm not 100% sure how this actually works in terms of what clips do they see. I would assume that they watch the official clips on the official Eurovision website, and then they probably just watch them from A to U. I'm not 100% sure. I looked on the website, I couldn't find any specific details about how they watch it. They are ranking all 37 together, so that is something that's a little bit different from normal Eurovision, where obviously they're ranking semis and then the jury rank the 26 in the final. And the biggest difference is obviously that they haven't seen the staging, so the jury in Eurovision will see the final performance, all the vocals, all the visual aspect, whereas this jury only has to work on the music videos that they've been shown. Another difference, I would say that this jury appears to be a little bit younger on average. They have quite a few junior Eurovision contestants, whereas the jury in Eurovision, I think the average age, I'm not sure what the average age is, but it seems to be much older than that. Despite that, it's actually pretty accurate. So for example, they picked Israel to win in 2018 and Netherlands in 2019. They picked Malta in 2021, who came 7th. They picked UK winning the jury last year. Anyway, it's just a bit of fun. But we do have some previous contestants competing in it, entering it this year. Zala Gasper from Slovenia in 2019. Rasmussen from Denmark, I always forget the year. I think it's 2018. Katrina from the UK. Dami Im from Australia, runner-up in 2016, and Stephanie from Greece. They're just a couple, there's lots of them. You can go look at them on the website if you want to see everyone who's voting. The way they present the results is who's in the top 3 and then who else is in the top 10. They don't tell you who's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to watch the final show to see who actually got all the points. So when I was making this spreadsheet, anyone in the top 3, I gave them 10 points because the average of 8, 10, and 12 is 10. And then anyone who was ranked from 4th to 10th, I gave them 4 points because the average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 4. So at this point in time, 23 countries have voted, and I'm going to show you the points that have accumulated so far. So let's go first look at the country of no points. And this is one of the things I like about Eurojury, because there's only 3 countries who don't have points, even though we're halfway through. If you know the OGAE, which is the fan club vote, we currently have 11 countries who've got no points. It tends to be the same 8 countries always getting points, whereas Eurojury, they tend to be much more spread out. So the 3 countries, first one is Albania. Yeah, no points yet for Albania. They don't have any points in OGAE either. This is not looking particularly good. Now, you can get 0 points in both and still do well. I know Aminata got 0 points in OGE and ended up coming 5th, I think, in 2015 with Love Injected. Hey Mama also got 0 points in OGE, and they came 3rd in 2017. It does happen, but like, I think if you had a choice between doing well in OGE and the Eurojury and not, you'd probably pick to do well. So yeah, Albania getting 0 points in both, and also being considered one of the weaker songs on the Eurovision scoreboard as well. It's not looking good for them. But they've got Sasha Jean-Baptiste staging. She's going to have to do a little bit of a miracle, I think. Okay, another country with 0 points is Moldova. Moldova generally doesn't do that well with the jury. They always do much better with the televote. They always bring fun and joy and carefreeness, and I think that generally favors the televote more. And the last country is poor San Marino. Oh my god, poor San Marino. Nothing. I would have thought they would have gotten maybe something from the Eurojury, but no, absolutely nothing. And they've got nothing in OGE either. Okay, so yeah, no massive surprise. What are the surprises? Yeah, I would say Moldova is a little bit of a surprise. I'm surprised that nobody gave them any, especially I would have presumed that they saw the music video, which is really beautiful. So I'm surprised that nobody connected with that. It almost makes me think they saw the national final performance instead, because I can't think that anyone watched that music video and didn't put it in their top 10. Okay, so in joint 33rd place, we have 2 countries who've both received 1 vote so far. That is Romania. So again, not too surprising, but nice to see that one person showed him some love. And this one really surprises me, Slovenia. Slovenia has only gotten 1 vote so far. Really surprising. Who was it from? It was from the Estonian jury. So yeah, I was really surprised about that. I thought this would be like not a jury bait song, but I thought it'd be really respected by the jury and do very, very, very well. It's not very offensive, so I didn't think that people would be ranking it low. But yeah, this is done way, way, way worse than I expected. And I'm surprised because they're actually doing okay with the OJE. They're getting a couple of points. They're not doing amazing, but they are getting something. I was hoping that this would be like a good result for Slovenia, but this implies to me that maybe it's not going to do as well as hoped. I still think it's a great entry this year, and I think that Slovenia is progressing. Okay, let's go to joint 30th. We have 3 countries who've received 2 votes so far. The first of those is Estonia. Again, another big surprise. Now, this might be partly because of the age difference. I think that when you have the actual jury at Eurovision who are a little bit older and they're more music professionals of different backgrounds, and the musical professionals that Eurojury uses are predominantly people competing, whereas the music professionals in Eurovision are composers, they're producers, and the average age is a little bit older in my opinion. So yeah, that might be one reason, but yeah, Estonia only getting 2 votes so far. Also getting 2 votes is Greece. Again, not super surprising as this song doesn't really have a lot of hype. Slightly disappointingly for me though, the third of those countries is Georgia. Not doing well with the jury. Yeah, I was hoping that this would be a bit of a breakthrough for Georgia, but it's not going to happen this year. I do really hope that this qualifies. I think it'd be pretty devastated if they don't. They really need to break that 5 non-qualification streak. But yeah, I think aiming for more than that at this point in time, anything is a bonus. I just really want them to qualify. Okay, we've got 5 countries who have received 3 votes. They're currently joint 25th. The first of them is Iceland. Okay, so she's doing relatively okay with the jury, better than in OJE where she's got nothing. Second of this is Lithuania, who I was expecting to do a little bit better. Only 3 votes from her. I thought this is kind of jury baity. Again, I think this will do better with the actual Eurovision jury, but maybe not as well as I was expecting. Third of those is Latvia. Nice to see them actually getting some points, a bit of recognition. I'm still holding off that Latvia can do something. This song is going up my rankings. I really am getting behind. They're such underdogs. I think they're like the underdoggiest underdogs this year. Really hope that they can come through. Netherlands also with 3 votes. I would have thought they get a little bit more. It is quite a jury favorable song. And then Serbia. Still not sure whether Serbia will do better with their televoter jury. I think it actually might be a little bit even. I don't think it skews more one than the other. But yeah, a little bit disappointing that Lucas so low. Obviously, he's one of my favorites this year. Let's go up to 24th place. We have 1 country on its own, and that is a country who's received a 10 and a 4. So they've been the top 3 once and then outside the top 3 once. And that is Croatia in 24th. So nice to see some people appreciating this. Those points came from Slovenia and Bulgaria. So 2 Balkan countries. I wonder, was that because they understood the lyrics more, or they understood the references? But nice to see that Croatia can get some points from the jury. There's a lot of thought put into the song, so I definitely hope it is appreciated by some. So we currently have 2 countries who have had 18 points. That's 1 10 and 2 4s. First of those is Germany. So great to see Germany getting a little bit of jury love. I definitely hope that this gets some jury appreciation, because vocally I think it's really strong, and performers, they're really excellent. This shouldn't be voted down in the jury. And I think actually if something like this does get voted down, and Finland as well, we need to look at how can other genres of music be appreciated outside of pop. I feel like the criterion of the jury is a little bit too pop focused. It needs to be like brought into all types of music. And the other one of those is Portugal. So Portugal doing okay. I thought that would do a little bit better. Let's go to joint 20th, and we have 2 countries here, both with 22 points. So that's 1 10 and 3 4s. And the first of those is Azerbaijan. Great to see Azerbaijan. And this is why I love Eurojury, because you have a better spread of points. Like I said, only 3 countries don't have points, but Azerbaijan are doing pretty well. And you can see this. This is very much a very well constructed, sweet, pretty song. So it should get some love. And then Poland. Poland's actually not doing too badly. I did notice with the Poland, it often was the jurors who were a little bit younger, so some of the contestants who've been in Junior Eurovision. I think there should be a few more younger jurors in the adult Eurovision jury. I do notice that on average, there's very few very young people, so it's a little bit sad that there's no representation there in the jury. Young people's opinions do matter too. Okay, now let's go to joint 18th, so 26 points for Australia. So doing pretty good. Nice to see them getting some appreciation. And also Czechia, also at 26 points. So that's 1 10 and 4 4s for both of those 2. 17th place. In 17th place with 28 points, that's 7 4s, we have Riley from Denmark, actually doing really well. 17th place, that's great. I do actually think this is more of a jury song than a televote song, unfortunately for him. I think that actually happened in the Danish national final as well. He won the jury but didn't win the televote. Yeah, this has got like that kind of like very produced, it's very marketable, it's got a very broad appeal in that it doesn't offend any age group. I think it's more skewed towards a younger audience, but it definitely doesn't offend anyone while it's doing that. I'm sure someone's going to post in the comments that they find him very offensive, but you know what I mean. Okay, in 16th place on their own, we have Ukraine. Lovely to see Ukraine getting some appreciation as well, because in the OJE, they have nothing. So I'm really happy about that. You know, I'm a big fan of this song. In joint 14th, we've got, with 34 points, we have 2 countries. So that's 110 and 6 fours. We have Armenia. Brunei. So yeah, I would expect to actually do maybe a little bit better than actual Eurovision. I think they would probably be aiming to get a little bit higher to that crack into the top 10 with the jury. But the other person who's joined 14th is Ireland, who are doing really well with the jury, like very, very, very much better than they're doing on the Eurovision scoreboard and on OJE, where they have no points. And on the Eurovision scoreboard, I think they're 4th lad, I think they're 32nd or 33rd. So yeah, doing really well. They've gotten 110 and 6 fours. So definitely some jury appreciation for this. That would be a little bit of a shame now if it turned out that actually the jury kind of liked it and they would have gone through in a previous year, but they don't go through with the televote. But then again, those rules were known when the national final was going on. So Ireland should have selected a song that can do well with the televote as opposed to the jury. So that information was available. But yeah, nice to see them getting a little bit of jury love. Who did the 10 come from? It was from good old San Marino. You can always trust San Marino for a dodgy jury vote. In 13th place on their own with 38 points, another very pleasant surprise. There's actually quite a lot of pleasant surprises here. It's Malta. So Malta doing really well, 38 points. How many people have voted for them? Yeah, 110 and 7 fours. Really strange as well that they received no points. They received no points in the first 9 countries, and then they got an absolute bunch of points in a row. Yeah, really great for Malta in 13th place. I still think this could potentially be a surprise country. Really, really want them to bring something super fun in the same vein as Dorado's My Lucky Day. That song I think was even weaker in terms of a studio edit than Dance Your Own Party. Not much weaker, but a little bit weaker. And they just elevated by managing to pack all that fun into that opening door sequence that they had. Malta needs that type of big idea, and they can definitely take a place because the song really lends itself to some wacky, fun, crazy staging. So I hope that Malta can break through and actually do some great staging this year. I get in 12th place with 42 points on her own. It's Noah Corell. I would guess her televote's gonna be a little bit higher. I think she's gonna go for a real show-stopping show. That's not a bad result for her. In 11th place, I was a little bit disappointed about this. With 54 points is Austria. I was thinking about this the other day, and one of the things I think they really need to get across in their staging is the meaning of the song, and they showed this really well in the London pre-party, where they had this beautiful backing graphics, which are the 0.003, and it just highlighted some of the lyrics and whatnot. I think it really helped to explain the meaning behind the song, and that it's not a joke or anything like that. It's a really cleverly written, fun satire about the music industry, and especially women, how they are treated in the music industry as composers. So I really do hope that they get that meaning across on the stage without it being too preachy. I thought the London pre-party visuals were perfect for doing that. They were still fun, but they got the message across. If people watch the music video, I'm kind of sad that this was put 11th, even after watching the music video, but I definitely hope this gets more jury love. I do not want that anything fun has to be punished by the jury. Like, why can't the jury like fun songs, something that's viral? Isn't that what the music industry has a lot of nowadays anyway? I think the jury needs to be modernized. I know, I'm sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant. This is just the Eurojury, it's not the real jury. In joint 9th place, we have 2 gentlemen. First of those is Gustav, doing very, very well. He's also doing very well in OGAE as well. He's still borderline in the qualification odds, but it's looking, he's got a lot of things going his way. You know, OGAE, you could say, okay, well, the demographics of that are definitely in favor of Gustav, but the Eurojury demographics don't necessarily favor him, and he's got 60 points, including 4 top 3 placings. Yeah, who knows? Gustav could be a little bit of a surprise. That would be a really lovely thing to happen. He's a very sweet guy. And then in 10th place, we have Andrew Lambrou from Cyprus. I think it's a very solid song. I think if you bring something that's solid, it's going to do well with the jury. Jury rewards solidity. They like solid things. They don't like gases. They like they don't like gases or liquids. They only like solid. Okay, in 8th place, we have Garia from Finland with 62 points. A little bit disappointed he's so low down in this. Now, I don't know if they're using the new or old jury scoring system. The old system was you ranked from first to last, and that last person was basically dead. The new system has a grading curve, so basically anything outside the top 10, whether it's 11th or 26th, there's only a small difference between 11th and 26th, whereas in the old system, the difference between 11th and 26th was gigantic. So you were able to kill songs with the old jury system, and they got rid of that in, I think it was 2018 or 19. Someone correct me in the comments below. I think it was 2019. It was a very good change anyway. So I'm not sure which system Eurojury is using. It is quite important because Finland song is quite divisive. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. If you have the system where you can kill a song and you hate it, well then yeah, they're going to do much worse in that system. I would imagine for simplicity, they're probably using the old system because the new system is a little bit more mathsy and complicated and difficult to do. Okay, in 7th place, we have Switzerland. Switzerland doing really, really well now and it's gaining a lot of popularity. I think this could do pretty well. Still has to get out of its semi-final. If it gets safely through semi-final number 1 though, I think this Eurojury's got it right. This is going to do very well with the real jury in Eurovision. Okay, in joint 5th place, we've got 2 ladies. The first of those is Spain. So she's got 68 points. And she did very, very well at the start, not getting so many points recently. But yeah, I think a lot of people are expecting this to do well with the real jury as well. We also have May Muller from the UK, also on 68 points, doing much better than I expected. I don't know why I had it in my head that this was going to do weak with the jury and much better with the televote, but actually maybe it could do pretty okay with both. Definitely needs to clean up her vocals though, because any weak vocals, the jury in Eurovision are really, really going to punish her. I think they need to sacrifice her dancing to focus purely on vocals. Let everyone else dance around her. She's got 5 dancers, I believe. Maybe have 4 dancers on stage, 1 backing singer helping her, and then just have her absolutely nailing the vocals on her own, just being Venus de Milo in a shell. Okay, we're now to her top 4 now. And you can probably guess who the top 4 are. In 4th place, we have Norway with 82 points. So Norway doing really, really well. Yeah, a little bit surprised this is doing so well because it does have the like slight fast food music feel, pop feel to it. But yeah, doing really, really well. The top 10 of pretty much every single country. I think this is an absolute definite top 10 in Eurovision in the final. I still don't see it winning, but would love if it did. What a pleasant surprise that would be. Okay, in 3rd place, we have Italy with 98 points now. Not massively surprising. Italy is a real jury bait song. It's got everything. It's emotional, it's swelling, well composed, great singer, amazing vocals. This is everything that the jury has to tick off on their list. So yeah, definitely expecting this to be top 5, maybe top 3, potentially even winning I wouldn't say winning the jury. I would say definitely top 5, possibly top 3. I more don't know how it's going to do with the televote. I don't know why I have it in my head, but I'm convinced that he's going to come 7th again. He came 7th in 2013 with L'Essenziale. I don't know why. I'm just thinking it's serendipity. He's going to come 7th again. So maybe 4th with 3rd or 4th with the jury, and then 10th, 9th or 10th with the televote. Okay, 2nd place is La France. It's Lazara. She's got 130 points. She's getting points from pretty much every single country. She's had 9 top 3 finishes. Yeah, this is doing so well in both the jury and the televote and OJE as well. I hope this can be converted now and this isn't just Eurovision bubble hype. You know, France have shown that they know how to stage with Baba Pravi in 2021. So, and the music video was brilliant. Like if they can reproduce that music video on the stage and make it look almost like that with the same attitude and sleekness and chic, then actually, yeah, this is very possible. And you know, it would be interesting to see with everyone saying that Gaia is going to do well the televote and not well the jury. And then some people, not all, saying that Lorraine will win the jury but not do well with the televote. Someone like Lazara who's consistent across both, which it really is looking like she's going to be. This is a very broad appeal. It's very elegant. It's very smart, clever entry. Yeah, who knows? This could win. It's definitely one of the dark horses. I need to do my dark horse video. Crap. Forgot about that. Okay, I'll start writing that soon. Number 1 in the jury. No surprise here. It is Lorraine with 144 points, but she's not very far ahead of Lazara. She's only 14 points, and we still have around 20 or so jurors left, so she hasn't won it yet. But yeah, definitely doing well. This is no surprise. We expect Lorraine to do very well with the jury. That performance is so beautiful. That staging is just really, really absolutely divine. Now, we don't know what the final staging is going to look like. I have heard that they are going to have the sandwich, but it's going to be thinner or something like that. So I don't know if it'll have the same effect, because if it was going to have the same effect, why not just make it thinner in the first place? Maybe it's too expensive. I'm not sure, but yeah, they've come up with some solution apparently. Only around 2 weeks left until we see some rehearsals. So I'm sure there'll be some leaks, someone telling us what's going on. I get to see my first rehearsal on May 4. I don't get to see the first rehearsals. Nobody does, apart from Martin Nostradal's mates. So those are currently who are doing well in the Eurojury. No massive surprises in the top 8. I think Finland's doing a little bit worse than expected. Nice to see Belgium and Cyprus being some surprise people in the top 10. The surprises are the fun thing in Eurovision. I love seeing someone that is underrated or underhyped doing better. Nice to see Ireland in joint 14th. Slovenia and Estonia doing much worse than I expected. I expected Slovenia to be almost near top 10. Anyway, this is not binding, but yeah, it does have a pretty good agreement with what happens with the final jury, considering that they don't have all the information. But it's just a little bit of fun. Let me know who you think is doing better than expected, who's doing worse than expected. If you like this analysis video and you want to see some more, I'll leave some videos here for you to look at. And thanks so much for watching. See you in the Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye. Blah, 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 blah.